Welcome to Sci-Fi Book Summary Vault, your home for the best science fiction has to offer.
Artemis Book Summary by Weir. Artemis is a sci-fi thriller set on the moons for City, also called Artemis. The story follows Bashara, a smart and rebellious young woman who makes a living smuggling goods in this lunar colony. Jazz isn't your typical hero. She's street smart, sarcastic, and always looking for a way to make some quick credits. The city of Artemis is a small but bustling place with about 2,000 residents. It's run by a wealthy businessman named Trond Landvik, who controls most of the resources and keeps the fragile economy going. Jazz works odd jobs and pulls off small-time cons to get by, but she dreams of something bigger. Early on, Jazz gets approached by a rich businessman named Sanchez. He offers her a dangerous job: sabotage the city's main aluminum plant to create a shortage and drive up prices so he can profit. Jazz hesitates but sees an opportunity to make serious money fast. This sets off the main conflict of the story. If you enjoy stories about clever characters pulling off risky plans in futuristic settings, hit that like button and subscribe for more book summaries like this one. Jazz starts planning the sabotage carefully. She uses her knowledge of Artemis, layout, and security systems to sneak into restricted areas. Along the way, she teams up with some unlikely allies: a scientist named Finn who helps with technical details, and a tough security officer named Rudy who has his own reasons for getting involved. As Jazz digs deeper, she realizes Sanchez has bigger plans than just messing with aluminum prices. He wants to take control of Artemis itself by cutting off supplies and forcing everyone to relying on him. Jazz decides she has to stop him before things spiral out of control. The tension ramps up when Jazz's sabotage causes real damage, triggering lockdowns and shortages across Artemis. The city's delicate balance starts breaking down as people panic about food and oxygen supplies. Jazz faces close calls with security forces chasing her through lunar tunnels and zero-gravity chambers. One of the most gripping scenes is when Jazz sneaks into Sanchez's heavily guarded base inside a crater. She uses gadgets she built herself, like a stealth suit that bends light, to avoid detection. Inside, she finds evidence of Sanchez's plan to hijack the city's air supply system. Jazz manages to send this information to Rudy, who organizes a resistance among Artemis citizens. Together they confront Sanchez in a tense showdown that involves clever tricks, quick thinking, and some zero-gravity combat. In the end, Jazz stops Sanchez's takeover attempt but not without cost. The city suffers damages that will take years to repair, and Jazz faces consequences for her role in the chaos. But she also earns respect from many residents who see her as someone willing to fight for Artemis' future. Before wrapping up, if you have thoughts on how you'd survive on the moon or other books set in space colonies you want summarized, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what you think. Artemis mixes humor with suspense while painting a detailed picture of life on the moon, from dealing with limited resources to navigating social hierarchies in such an isolated place. It shows how one person's choices can ripple through an entire community when survival is on the line. This story ends with Artemis still standing but changed forever, and Jazz ready for whatever comes next in this harsh lunar world. If you enjoyed this summary of Artemis by Weir, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on more exciting book stories like this one. And drop your favorite space adventure or thriller recommendations down below. We're always looking for new reads. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for tuning in to another Sci-Fi Book Summary Vault video. If you got value from my video, please drop a comment below and consider subscribing.